Hi, good morning, and welcome to the ZP Vlog and Podcast. We do this every Sunday at 8 a.m. London time, and it's really just a wrap up on the news from ZP for this week. So there's something that we have launched fairly recently, and it's really the Emma Potentiostat. So the Emma Potentiostat is a 6-channel parallel potentiostat, really not anywhere as near as big as an iPad, and in some ways sort of maybe twice the size of a smartphone, but very small, elegant, sits on the desk really quite nicely, has a lovely little touchscreen, and it has a very good connection to Wi-Fi and the internet. So this really allows us to kind of answer the question, kind of where is my data, because the data is actually going up to the cloud. So um, really do love this potentiostat, because at ZP we're what's called ISO 13485. It really means we have to have kind of control over every aspect of our manufacturing and testing, and this does include electronics as well. So the really nice thing about ZP is many of the products that we sell, for example, through our web store, I've said it a lot, but we are the biggest consumer of these products, and that actually involves things like the potentiostats that we now manufacture. So we've put that onto the web store, and I hope that people find it at least very interesting. Now, some other news from Zimmer Peacock for this week as well is we do have our developer zone, and every Thursday at 8 a.m. London time, we have the ZP Developer Zone, where we essentially sort of answer questions that have come in from the community for that week. The Developer Zone this week, it may have been it was 31 minutes, if I remember rightly, because of recent they've been even reaching 60 minutes, but this week it was 31 minutes, and we do appreciate all the questions that come in. So thank you if you have any questions. Things that we did cover this week, including topics like cortisol sensors, oxidation reduction potential, the Easy Flex pH, PEC2, which is a photoelectrochemical cell that we have. And we talked about biosensors, and we talked about conductivity and ORP, oxidation reduction potential. So nice and busy, lots of questions, and we do appreciate people bringing questions. So if you do have any questions to ZP, don't hesitate to bring them to us, and you'll find that we will really illustrate and animate sometimes the answers in our weekly webinar. Something else from this week as well, that ZP will be speaking at the it's a scientist-focused entrepreneurship workshop that will be held by Swansea University. We have a lot of very good connections at Swansea, and we happen to have a satellite office on campus there, and so we will be talking at that conference. And so we put a little bit of a note out on the website that we will be attending, and we've put a little note out, or rather we have linked, I should say, to the workshop as well. So we do look forward to attending that. Now at ZP, we're very well known for our sensors, our screen printed electrodes, and also our potentiostats. But also we're really good at what's called sort of product development. And as part of product development, we do have a lot of we do product design. What product design means is, putting products into a form factor that makes them look elegant, attractive, things that people would really want to use, functional as well. So it's not just about appearance, but it's also about usability as well. So ZP, we have been putting some work into now the look and feel of potentiostats. I shouldn't say potentiostats. I should really say the electronics, but product design now is definitely something that is in our skill set, and we're happy to use that in client projects as well. Now, this week we were having a workshop every month. Now we do at least 2 workshops, one in Norway and one in the UK, on the subject of biosensors and wearable sensors and CGM, continuous glucose monitoring. And I was really taken by the quality of the potassium sensor. So in that, how do I put this? In the workshop this week, we were testing a potassium sensor. So one of my colleagues brought the potassium sensor along, and we tested it. but the data was so good. That this sensor is something that's really matured with us over the years. So it was lovely to see such data. This time we tested it between 4 and 16 millimolar, but it just had really good linearity, can I say, over that entire period. So great sensor, great job, and it was lovely to see it demonstrated in our workshop this week. So I was really pleased with that. And we're also launched a new FoodSense website as well. So FoodSense at ZP has really been growing and maturing over the years. And I mean, it might be even its 5th year of maturity now. So we've been growing this product, and so we put some how do I put that? We put some new website up with some new videos and stuff like that to kind of illustrate the product as well. So if you have any questions regarding FoodSense, of course, don't hesitate to reach out to us. But some people kind of term it a Scoville meter, which I think is a nice way of putting it, because it measures the Scoville heat unit of products. We're delighted that people are really taking to it. And the Scoville heat unit is really a way of measuring the sort of pungency due to capsaicin that's actually in those products. So if I was to kind of do a summary for this week, we did put a little note out about parallel potentiostats. That's because we have to control all aspects of our biosensor effort, and so even the electronics. Obviously, if you've got any technical questions, just reach out to us at ZP. We will try to include them in our weekly webinar. We're delighted that we are sort of recognized as being an entrepreneurial creative company, and so we're asked to speak at a entrepreneur workshop. Of course, the complete package when you're trying to do product development for people is actually to do the product look and feel and product design as well. So we have done that. We do have our many of our sensors, got the largest range of sensors on the market, and the potassium sensor, for example, has really matured and become extremely strong. And then we do have our sort of application-specific products, which I think FoodSense would be the sort of leader there, where we're measuring the hotness of chili by measuring the capsaicin. So if I could summarize it, if you have any questions as EP, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We will do this webinar or this vlog and podcast every Sunday at 8 a.m. If you have technical questions, don't forget we have our webinar for the ZP Developer Zone at 8 a.m. on Thursdays. Otherwise, I will sign off, and I wish you a good week. Okay, thanks very much.